Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Today we're talking about the infamous sex tape part 2. We're digging into the extortion plot and the key players. Alright, so let's get started. Let's start with the first two players, Charles Freeman and Keith Morrell. These are two individuals who used to work for Kelly, who, just like public announcement, thought that in working with Kelly, he would then put their musical career on. And I guess they weren't satisfied with how things went, so things went left with their relationship. Keith distanced himself from Kelly from what witnesses said. If you do recall, Lisa Van Allen tells you she gave the sex tape to a man named Keith. Keith Morrell is who she gave the sex tape to. But let's back up to why. Sparkle was under the impression something was going on between Robert and her niece. But the thing is, Sparkle failed to tell the public that she also had a relationship with R. Kelly while she was married. R. Kelly and the guy from the public announcement group were in the same group. Meanwhile, he's smashing his wife. And she wants to tell the public that R. Kelly didn't want her to have boyfriends, but she was married. So, anyways, she starts to think that something is going on between her niece and R. Kelly. She begins to call child services, in which they dismissed her claims. And then that's when I feel like, being that she was a partner of R. Kelly's, she knew that he recorded his sexual endeavors. So all she needed was somebody to go in there and take the tape. And that's where I feel Lisa Van Allen came into play. And from there, Lisa Van Allen gave that tape to Keith. And Keith is partners with Charles Freeman. Now let's fast forward. R. Kelly in 2001 is told that Lisa Van Allen stole one of the sex tapes. She claims nobody asked for money, but that is a lie, because that was the sole purpose in taking the tapes in the first place, was to extort money. But the whole plan backfired. She's saying because they went through this whole lie detector test and it came that there was copies of the tapes, and I could believe that. But either way it go, pay attention to all these key players that I just pointed out to you. You have Keith Morrell, Charles Freeman, who were both group members. You have Sparkle, who wanted a career, who was sleeping with him. You have Lisa Van Allen, who was sleeping with him, and the underage girl. So, according to this article, Charles Freeman filed a lawsuit against R. Kelly and his manager at the time, Daryl McDavid. In the suit, Freeman claims that he entered into an agreement in 2001 with R. Kelly and McDavid to act as a private investigator and retrieve tapes relevant to R. Kelly's then upcoming child pornography trial. R. Kelly was accused of 21 counts of child pornography. The trial was delayed until 2008, centered on a tape that allegedly showed R. Kelly having sex with a 14-year-old girl. This is images from the lawsuit. Here we go. First page. Y'all could pause this and read it if you like. This is the second page. So, there's the first part of the puzzle. I believe this sex tape was an extortion attempt from the beginning. All of the players lined up were people who were scorned. All of these people, minus Sparkle, I believe, were monetarily compensated in some way, form, or fashion, whether they sued R. Kelly or not. If you do a quick Google search, you can see just how often this sex tape keeps getting brought up. In 2001, anonymously, someone sent this tape to a newspaper, and they contacted Sparkle, not the police first, Sparkle, to identify the person. Just another thought, in case some of you haven't heard, about Damon Pryor, who was Lisa Van Allen's child's father. Rumor has it, she admitted it was him in the video. But, hey, could have been, couldn't have not been. If it was him in the video, that would explain why R. Kelly did not pay the additional money that was being requested. So according to this article, in January 2001, a man by the name of Derogatis, who works at the Sun-Times, received a sex tape showing R. Kelly with the underage girl from an anonymous source. So somehow somebody comes up with the sex tape and mails it to the newspaper. The editors of the Sun-Times elected to provide the tape to the Chicago Police Department, which investigated its contents, but was unable to verify the age or identity of the woman. So that was in 2001. So then come back 2002, they come back with a second tape. So y'all keep talking about there's two tapes. There's always been two tapes. 2002 February, Chicago police investigate Kelly over sex tape with the apparent 14-year-old. Same person received yet another anonymous source tape, which purported to show Kelly having sex with an underage girl. Another key point they leave out, the girl who was 17 at the time of the story, so 2002, she was 17, and identified by her aunt, Sparkle, for a Sun-Times story. So, According to another article I read, the Sun-Times contacted Sparkle to identify the girl on the tape, in which she says is her niece. It's a lot of hands touching this child porn. Another key point they leave out is that Kelly's relationship with the girl for 3 years before they received the video but yet her parents and the girl deny anything was going on with the two. So now the authorities felt like they had the nail in the coffin with this sex tape. Who the hell you fooling? You know. This your first album and a man just verbally violates you in front of your parents and it's cool, and you still at that point think it's cool for your niece to be in affiliation with this person. I don't care if you thought she was by herself or not. You don't think, since you care so much, I would take more initiative to make sure I'm around when she's supposed to go down to the studio for whatever reason. Make it make sense, Sparkle. Somebody said that to your parent and you still gonna complete an album with him. That's all you wanted. You like, forget it. I'll let him say what he say. We gonna do what we do while we get this album done. Just say that. Be honest. Why would he say, baby, I ain't even gonna say what he said if you heard him say it? Why would he say what he said if you heard him say it? That don't make sense. So, are you repeating what your father said he said? Or did you not hear it? Come on now.
Back to the tape.
I wonder, was this lawyer named Michael Avenatti with his scheming ass? And hold up. How you say an attorney contacted you first about the sex tape when I read in the article back in 99, 2000, might have been 2002, when you said the Sun newspaper contacted you and told you to come look at the tape. Girl, you better make up your mind and make this story make sense, because y'all lying. Go ahead.
Their lawyer. So I can,
You hear that? The lawyer contacted Sparkle about an alleged sex tape. And I already pointed out a while ago, I believe the girl was 16. That's why they're not mentioning right now that she was underage, because at the time she really wasn't. And she keep deviating from the truth. So she missing important facts. Why would an attorney, if it was a child on this tape, contact another person, not the mother, not the father? Oh, I just know Sparkle is her niece, is her aunt, so I'm gonna call her. I ain't gonna take it to the police. I ain't gonna do what is legal. I'm gonna let other people watch this child pornography. Make it make sense.
defend them.
So, this child pornography done went through a lawyer, his accomplice, or whoever he got working for him, Sparkle. She gonna call her family, and they tell her, nah, they ain't trying to see it. You wanna know why? Cause they peep game. She already done called the Child Protective Service on the man. It sound like to me, either A, maybe they knew what was going on with Rashonda and R. Kelly, or B, she was of consent age. Nah, bitch. Robert ain't got to them. You got to them with this fuckery. Don't make no damn sense. a lawyer, did all this fuck shit. And then gonna say, trying to solicit a client, oh, y'all need to hire me. That ain't how you, the fuck? Okay.
So this is a more recent photo of Rashonda. In the back there, that is her father, Greg Landfair. And just a side note, Greg Landfair is still a guitarist for R. Kelly. Yeah. His daughter allegedly gets peed on, and he's still playing guitar for this man. So what does that say? Was she really 14 in a consensual relationship? What's really going on? I don't know anybody that would allow that and still play music for this person.
So rather than latch on to this illegal sex tape and use that as the catalyst to put this man away, why not do things correctly? Like if you go on down this interview, the interviewer asks, how can you say she's 14? She replies, I can't say with certainty. What are we talking about? Hush. She can't say with certainty that her niece was 14 at the time of the video, which was date stamped at around 99 or 2000, which I believe put her at 16 or 17, which was legal consent age, even though it's still wrong. Go look it up yourself if you don't believe me. The Chicago Sun-Times. It was published in 2002. And that's just my wrap-up of this sex tape. It was all an extortion plot from the beginning. Sparkle's story keeps switching up. 1 minute she says this person gave it to her. In this interview, he asked, did it come from an attorney? She says she doesn't know. And then she says it could have been. So she really don't know. All she knows is she got a phone call that answered her prayers to finally bring down R. Kelly, and she jumped on the bandwagon. And this is what happens. I do not believe that girl was 14 in that tape. You can say what you want to say and believe what you want to believe at the end of the day. And the fact that they're using Rashonda Landfair again, even though they have a signed affidavit from both her and her parents saying that it's not her in the video, they are, in my opinion, trying to double jeopardy R. Kelly. Now, if they had left Rashonda out of this case and just had the other three, then I wouldn't say that. But hey, they put her back in the mix, so this is what I'm talking about. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you didn't, give me your comments. Let's see what we can do to keep this channel rolling with some truths, with some facts, and not just biased opinions.